Okay. So who is the most vulnerable to internet addiction? Now, when we say vulnerable, it means who can easily get addicted, who can easily get influenced. There is such there is no such thing as internet addiction. It is just a myth invented by worried parents who think their kids are not studying hard enough or getting enough exercise. The internet doesn't have any harmful substances, so using it is no more addictive than talking, typing, or reading. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to a game I'm playing. I play it every day at this time and I don't want to be disturbed. Okay. This person does not believe that there is internet addiction because according to him, the internet doesn't have harmful substance. So using it is no more addictive. Okay, that is what he believes, that the internet doesn't contain any harmful substance. Okay, let's find out in the second answer. Addiction does not have to be physical. It can be psychological as well. People can become addicted to gambling or shopping, for instance. Studies have shown that adolescent and young adult males are the ones most likely. Adolescent and young adult males are the one most likely to become addicted to the internet, especially in terms of playing violent action games. The colors and sounds and their sense of competitions and accomplishments are all key components of this action. However, slightly older women are also vulnerable for them. The habituation factors are the need for close human interaction and to feel loved, so chatting and datelines are the most appealing aspects of chatting and datelines are the most appealing aspects of the internet to them. But anyone who feels a need to spend more than an hour a day on the internet may be addicted. Okay? So this person is trying to explain that addiction does not only mean physical, but it can also be psychological. Psychological has something to do with our mind. Now, uh, since it is not a medicine, it doesn't contain a harmful substance, it does not affect to us physically, but it can affect to us psychologically. Okay, according to his answer, adolescent and young adult males are the one or are the one most likely to become addicted. Okay, it happened, yeah, here it can be observed here in my country that especially my young adult students are getting addicted, psychologically addicted with the internet, especially on playing games. I have encountered many problems in which my young male students are not regularly attending to my classes because when I talk to the parents what happened to their son, they told me that the sons or the children are always playing online games on their computers. So this is an example. I believe in this answer that it can affect too psychologically. And it happened to me one time because part of being a teacher is I do the home visitation to the students who are not regularly attending our classes. Like for example, I have this student who only attends to my class in a week for only once. Okay, so I will have a class on them 5 meetings in a week, Monday to Friday. But I have this student who always attend to my class only every Monday. For Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, he is not attending to my classes. Then I do the background check, and then I went to their house to know what is happening to him. And then when I went to his house, I only see his mother. Okay, his mother is only around at home. And then I asked her, where is his son? Why is he not attending to my classes anymore? And then the mother told me that mm, he has a problem with his son, because no matter how she would tell him to go to school, she will always caught his son playing online games. Okay, so the mother told me, mom, please look at my son on the second house from my house. That is the computer room. That is the computer room. And you can see there my son playing online games. So I went there just to test if it is really true. So when I go to the computer shop there, I saw my student, yeah, playing online games. Okay. So I talked to him that I will give him consideration because he missed a lot of quizzes, a lot of exam. He was about to fail in my class. So I told him that I will give him chances to go over and to recover, uh, to take the special quiz, the special exam, so that I can give him a passing grade, okay, at the end of the school year. So it was a challenging part, yeah, for me as a teacher, because I cannot easily give a failing mark to my student because I need to do the background check, whether what family problem is the student undergoing. So that's it. So yeah, I believe that computer addiction happen, yeah, through psychological, in the psychological aspect. And I also noticed that some of my colleagues, okay, are complaining, are having problems about their husbands getting addicted with the online games. Not only the young males, not only the young students of mine, but I have this, I guess, I have known 5 co-teachers, yeah, in my school, who are having problems with their husband, who always look at the internet playing the Mobile Legend, playing the online games. Instead of doing the household chores, instead of spending time for their children, for young children, their husband are very busy doing the online games in the computer. So I really believe that, yeah, computer can cause addiction, psychological addiction to the adolescent or the young adult, especially the males. Okay, do you also believe?
Yes, I think so. That's also same in my country.
Yes. Yes, especially to the young individuals, the young students, especially the young students, they are the one who usually get psychological addiction when it comes to the internet. Okay. Yeah, I have this best friend. Yeah, the best friend. I have this best friend. And then he is very busy because he is a single mom. He is a single mom. She is a single mom. She is separated with her husband after her baby was born. So here her son, okay. Yeah, her son grow up in her only care because yeah, she is a single parent. So her son reached to high school, and then she is very busy doing also her daily task, looking for money. So she wakes up early in the morning, prepare the food for her son, only son, prepare the money, the allowance, and the fare in going to school. She is allocating 100 pesos every day for her children, yeah, for her son, thinking that her son is always present in the school because every day, from Monday to Friday, She is preparing food, breakfast, food. She is preparing the uniform, the school uniform of her son, preparing her money, her allowance in going to school, because she usually uh, gets out from the house very early. If her son will get out from the house at 7 o'clock, she usually gets out from the house at 5 o'clock because she needs to prepare her store early in the morning so that at 6 at 7 when there are customers, okay, her store is already ready. So that's it. She was thinking that her son could finish the school year successfully. But then one day, she received a letter from the advisor, yeah, from the teacher of her son, that her son, informing her that her son is no longer studying for almost 2 months. Yeah, for almost 2 months. And her attention was needed in the school. So she went to the school, talked to the teacher, and then she was surprised knowing that her teacher was looking for her for almost 2 months because her son doesn't attend to the school anymore. And then when she went home, she talked to her son, what happened? I was called by your teacher this morning, and I know that you were not attending to school for almost 2 months now. What happened? What did you do for this past few months? Well, in fact, I am giving you all the things that you need all these days, all this time. And then she found out that the money she was preparing, the 100 pesos she was preparing for her son every day, was spent in using and playing the online games in the computer because that time they do not have the computer at home. So her son would need to rent a computer outside in the computer shop and pay an hourly rate for a computer usage. So that 100 pesos she's allocate for her son every day was spent in renting a computer in the computer shop just for her son to play the computer games. Okay, that was a very sad fact my best friend discovered one day. So that's it. So I can say that there is really this psychological addiction when it comes to using computer. Okay. So next we have here isolated. Okay. Isolated means feeling alone. Myth. Yeah. You know what? These people who are computer addicted usually isolate themselves from the other people. If I am addicted with the computer, then most of my time are spent in the computer. Are spent in the computer. So I don't have the time to spend it with uh my peers, my colleague, yeah, my other friends. Okay? Myth means false belief. When we say it was just a myth, it was just a false belief. Disturbed, interrupted, or bothered. Habituation factors, addiction factors. Okay, number 3. Can you imagine your life without the internet? Can you imagine your life without the internet? Please read.
I do not believe that there ever was a time when the internets were not available. The stories to that effect are thus grandmothers' tales used to teach some sort of moral lesson.
Yes. I do not believe that there ever was a time when the internet was not available. Stories to that effect are just grandmother's tales used to teach some sort of moral lesson. Okay. Long before, yes, long before in the time of our grandparents, there was no internet in their time. But what we usually do was the storytelling. Can you still remember when you were a child, when you were young, when your grandmother tells you stories at night before going to sleep? Just like when you were 5 years old, when you were 6 years old. Do you still remember that your mother is doing a storytelling to you?
Not much, because at that time I'm really little, so I can't memorize.
Okay.
But in my trial, when in the first time I touched a real computer, when I in high school, and I spent a little money for hire a computer on the computer shop for checking the test of other student when they when they want to university for knowing more about experience on the testing of university. That is the first time I reached with a computer.
Okay. Okay. So it has a purpose. The first time that you touch the computer, yes, has really a big purpose because it was the time that you test, you practice, yeah, to know more about the mechanics or the guidelines of taking the test in a university. So it was very good because you really had a great purpose in doing so. Now, please read number two.
I am a heavy internet user, but when I go on vacation in another country, it's easy to get by without it. For one thing, finding a cafe is not always convenient, and even if one is available, the connections are often poor. The are
Hassles. Hassles.
hassle the hassles are generally not worth the effort. So I just go on about my life and enjoy myself. Being offline is not the end of the world after all.
Yes. I am a heavy internet user, but when I go on vacation in another country, it's not, it's easy to get by without it. For one thing, finding a cyber cafe is not always convenient. And even if one is available, the connections are poor. The hassles are generally not worth the effort. So I just go on about my life and enjoy myself. Being offline is not the end of the world after all. Okay. So this person is telling that she is not that addicted with the computer because whenever he goes for a vacation, he does not take time to get online. Because for him, finding the cyber cafe, finding the cyber cafe or the computer shop is not always convenient. And even if one is available, the connections are often poor. So yes, when you are in a vacation, you need to go to a computer shop to look for a computer to use. So it gives you hassle. Hassle. Yeah, trouble or bother. Hassle means trouble or bother. Example, you are staying in this hotel and then you are staying in this place and there is no internet connection. You need to go out, you need to look for the connection so it gives you some trouble or it bothers you. Okay?
Yeah.
So that is why he always feels that looking for a cyber cafe or a computer shop always not convenient. Okay? So that is why when she is or he is in a vacation, he doesn't mind getting online because for him, for her, being offline is not the end of the world. So when he or she is in a vacation, he doesn't care getting online. He enjoy herself and time with his or her vacation. Okay. Next, number 4. Discuss the main characteristics of the following media, television, such as television, newspapers, magazines, radio, movies, DVDs, and the internet. Okay, please read.
It's too easy to ignore the TV or radio. They are such a normal, plastic part of our everyday lives. Usually, they are turned on whether anybody is watching or listening to them at all. And we constantly get up and go to another room or get something to eat or drink, even if we are watching television. However, for breaking news, there is no subtitle
Substitute.
substitute.
Yes. Substitute means replacement. There is no replacement for the breaking news. He said that it is too easy to ignore the TV or the radio. They are such as normal or passive part of our everyday lives. Usually, they are turned on whether anybody is watching or listening to them at all. And we constantly get up to go to another room or get something to eat or drink. Even if we are watching television, however, for breaking news, there is no substitute. Okay. So he is telling that turning on the TV or the radio is just a normal activity. It is just a normal activity that somehow we can continue eating, drinking, doing another thing, even if the computer or the radio are turning on. But according to him, for breaking news, okay, there is no substitute. That is why he believes that television or radio is still very important media. Next, number 2, please read.
For thoughtful, in-depth analysis of something, nothing can beat a newspaper, magazine, or book. I can easily carry it with me, read it at my own convenience, and take my time comprehending it. I can usually find the same information on the net, of course, but doing a lot of reading on a computer is both uncomfortable and physical harmful.
Yes.
Comprehending.
So for him, nothing beats a newspaper, magazine, and a book as a source of information. Why? Why do you think he says that nothing beats a newspaper, a magazine, or a book as a source of information? Why does this person says that nothing beats a newspaper, a magazine, or a book as a source of information? Why did she say that?
Can you say that?
Why? Yeah, in this answer, the person says that nothing beats the newspaper or magazine or book as a source of information.
Yeah.
aside from the computer? Why he
Uh,
said that it is okay to have the newspaper, the magazine, or the book instead as a source of information instead of the TV or the computer? Why does she say that?
hmm, I don't understand the question.
Because, okay, listen to me. She said that it is okay when we say nothing beats. When we say nothing beats, it means it is okay. He said that it is okay to have a newspaper, a magazine, or a book rather than a computer or a television as a source of information. It is because he can easily carry it with him, read it in his own convenient time, and take my time comprehending it. I can usually find the same information on the net, of course, but doing a lot of reading on a computer is both uncomfortable and physically harmful. Okay. So he said that it is okay to have newspaper, magazine, and book because they are small. They are small and he can bring it with him. He can put it in his bag. Okay. And it is convenient to read because there's no radiation. There's no radiation in reading the newspaper and in the magazine. And he can read it in his own convenient time. Like for example, uh he wants only to read 2 pages because he is tired. So he can stop. He can stop and go reading after when he feels okay. But doing a lot of reading in a computer, when you read 10 pages of article in a computer, it's not good. It makes our eyes pain, okay? And then it is both uncomfortable and physically harmful. So this person is saying yes to the newspaper, magazines, or book. Okay, next. Which medium is most trustworthy? Trustworthy is something that can be trusted, meaning to say the informations are true and correct. And why? Please read number 1.
No medium is better than its source. Garbage in, garbage out. But the respectable print media are still the most reliable. I think news professionals are trained to be objective and accurate, and what they write has a permanence. That's adds to its trustworthiness. Tomorrow is will still be the same as it is today.
No medium is better than its source. Garbage in, garbage out. But the respectable print media are still the most reliable. I think news professionals are trained to be objective and accurate, and what they write has permanence that adds to its trustworthiness. Tomorrow, it will still be the same as it is today. Okay? Uh, this person is believing that the most reliable source of information is the newspaper or the print media. Okay, the print media. Because according to him, okay, what they write has permanence. Tomorrow, it still be the same as it is today because it is print media. It is print media. But the information on the internet can easily be changed. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Any person, okay, you or me can upload an information, can post an information on the Facebook. Okay, that's the very common example. Now, in internet, any one of us could post any information. Now, after 1 hour, if we realize that we did something wrong in the information we have posted on the Facebook, we can change it. We can click the edit. Okay, we can do the editing. So what we have posted an hour ago is not similar after an hour, because the moment we know that, oh, there is something wrong with the information I posted on the internet, I can change it. Okay? So, but the first group of persons who see my post on the internet in which I have errors, so will receive the fake news I have posted. Okay? What if the moment I edited the information I posted on the internet, the first batch of person who saw my post an hour ago are no longer online with the time that I edited my errors on my Facebook post. So they cannot change the information. So they will always believe the fake news I have posted a while ago. So that is why this person is telling that it's the print media. When we say print media, the newspapers, the magazines, the brochures, okay, those are print media. Because before they print it, they have reviewed it, they have revised it, making sure that the information they are putting in that print media are all true and correct. Okay, so that is now the difference between newspaper and on Facebook, on social media. Because you know what, in the internet, uh, yes, there is what we called online news. Yes, there is what we called online news. Like for example, here in the Philippines, we have the Manila Bulletin, the Philippine Daily Inquirer. So those are the official newspaper industry. But other than that, of course, okay, yes, these are uh, the sources of information that we rely to. But other than that, there are a lot of people on the internet, just like, okay, why do we know that tomorrow there will be a whole day power interruption? It's because there are some people who post and advance information on the internet. So with that, we will get prepared. Oh, I have to charge my phone. I have to charge my power bank because tomorrow there will be a whole day power interruption. Okay? Or other people also, if they have this information from the agency, they will also say, tomorrow there will be water interruption, meaning to say we cannot use water because there is a problem with the source. So therefore, yeah, before that happen, we can store water, yeah, at home so that we can still use water even if on the following day there is no water supply. So those are examples of information shared by anyone in the social media. Why do we know that there is this uh, sale, or yeah, there is this garage sale, yeah, about these things? Because there are a lot of people who are fond of posting information on the Facebook. So that is an example of, that is why Facebook, internet is now a source of information. But again, as what I have told you, they can easily correct, they can easily edit their information. Okay, please read number 2.
Mm, what we need is a variety of perspective rather than the narrow views of one. or a small group of commentator, so we can apply our own judgment and comment things based on our own experience to a multiplicity of facts and possibilities. So I think bloggers and their interactive audience are superior to the corporate news put out by publishers and broadcasters who have their own particular interests to promote.
Okay. So what we need is variety. What do you mean by variety?
I don't know the variety.
Different. Different.
Different, yeah.
Yes. Different choices. Variety of choices. Different choices. We need to have the newspaper, the magazine. We need to have the radio, the television, and the internet. So that is what we mean by variety, different. Okay, so we have here these words. To that effect, with that meaning. Breaking news. News story that is happening at the moment. Yes, news story that is happening at the moment. News story that is happening at the moment. Comprehend means to understand. Reliable, dependable, or trustworthy. Multiplicity, great variety. Get by, succeed in managing, or survive. Garbage in, garbage out. Incorrect or poor quality input will always produce faulty output. Permanence, state of happening or existing for a long time. Put out, produce, hassle, trouble, or bother. Okay, so these are the new English words that we can encounter in this page. Okay. Now, this time, let's have this one. Do you think the internet will replace other media in the near future? Do you think the internet will replace other media in the near future? Again, when we say media, we have the newspaper, the TV, the radio, the magazines. So those are the media. And yeah, and computer or internet is one of the media. Now, I am the female and you are the male. Do you think the internet will replace other media in the near future?
What an odd question. Odd question.
Yes,
Why do
odd.
you ask? Yeah, why do you ask?
Because it's part of a discussion topic in my English conversation book.
Oh, that explains a lot. I was wondering why you haven't been talking to me about all these strange topics.
Not as strange as some of your answers.
Okay, you win, but do you sincerely want to know what I think?
Of course, what about the internet?
The medium is still in its early phase. We haven't yet even begun to exhaust all its possible use. Use it.
Possible uses.
Yeah,
Uses.
uses.
But will it replace the media? But will it replace the other media?
No, probably not. The tendency is for the old ones to continue to exist, but to find more special
Usage.
special uses.
My dogs are calling me. No problem. What do you mean by that?
Well, people still read. In fact, more books are published every year than at any time in history. So, radio and the movies did not replace newspapers and magazines. Movie producers and radio station owners were deathly afraid of the competition from television. This was especially the case since radio and TV programming were uh, virtually the same format, but both of the older media adapted and are doing very well in their particular
Niches.
niches, even when VCRs and then DVDs came along. Instead of killing the motion picture business, they helped promote the cinema going experience.
That was a very thoughtful answer. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Whether you are right or wrong, there is one thing I'm very sure of. However,
Hmm, what's that?
that no medium, whether print or electronic, will ever replace the emotional pleasure of dealing directly, face to face with another person, especially with one as thoughtful and articulate as yourself.
You are very kind. I don't know what to say.
Well, let me put this book away and then let's go someplace and just talk.
Sounds like a winner.
Okay. Can you share to me what do you understand in the conversation, even if it is just a little?
Yes, maybe I just understand a little for this conversation. I think nowadays we can see many type of media like internet or sometime in the long future. I also believe there are many other type of media will appear. But anyway, we have a many type of media, and the new media can kill old media, and they will support for old media trends another time with more colorful or maybe um, reality than before. I think so.
Okay, very good. Yes, very good. You are correct that this conversation is talking about the many kinds of media, just like the TV, the radio, the newspaper, the magazines, and the books. And then they are having this communication whether the internet will replace other media in the near future. And it was discussed in here that no, because for a long time, the internet is, yeah, being the source, one of the sources of the information. But still, a lot of people still use, what is that, read newspaper, magazines, or books in getting for some information. So meaning to say, the internet does not replace social media because they are all important source of information, the TV, the radio, and the magazine, the books. Okay, so internet does not replace, yeah, that one. Yes, there are many. Okay, so let's have here the new English words. Deathly, extremely, or completely. Adapt, become adjusted to the new conditions. Yes, every now and then we need to adapt the changes so that we can get into, yeah, to what is commonly used, just like the computer. Even if you are old, example, this time, but you need to adjust, you need to adapt to the usage of the internet or the computer so that you can also go on with your daily task. Niche, particular place or position. Niche, particular place or position. Sounds like a winner. Seems like a good idea. Okay, this is another word. When you want to say, oh, seems like a good idea, he is invited with a girl to go outside, have talk more, have a food. And then she said, seems like a good idea. So he can say, sounds like a winner. So you can use that. This is an expression, virtually almost. Yes, articulate, capable of speaking clearly and effectively. Okay, so these are the new English words in this page. Do you have questions about, do you want to share something about our topic, the internet addiction? What's our topic in?
No, day after day, I just feel there are many new words, so I can remember. Yeah, very difficult.
Yes, please be patient with this book because this is really the nature of the book. It gives you the many vocabulary because it tries to help you expand your vocabulary. But the good thing is you have photocopied, you have the printed copy, right?
Yes.
Yes, you have the printed copy. So do not worry because whenever you don't understand the meaning of the English word, you can go back. You can go back to the photocopy. Okay, the very reason why this book is providing you a lot of photocopies so that you can have a lot of choices, what to say, what to use.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, because this book focuses on improving the speaking skill of a student and also expanding, meaning to say this book is giving you many vocabulary so that you will become rich in English words, in English vocabulary. Now, this time, let's start with issue 36, the quality of our lives. What do you understand with the word quality of our lives? Um,
Maybe talk about the our real life, like healthy food, the confident utility in life, and many other things. Think so.
yes, the convenience in life in many aspects when it comes to food, shelter, clothing, and the comfort we live in our day-to-day living with our family, with our home. So that is what we mean by quality of life. Okay? For many people in many parts of the world, life has seemingly never been better. They live longer, healthier, they live longer, healthier lives in considerable comfort with air conditioning, effective heating and sewage, easy transportation and communication services, and plethora of labor saving devices. However, this level of ease and luxury has bypassed many areas except for the privileged few. And even in the affluent sectors, people seem to realize that a price has been paid for many discomfort. The automobiles destroy our air. Overcrowding deprives people of the space they need to breathe and think. Materialism undermines morality. One must wonder whether there is some kind of happy medium at which progress can be balanced with the past. Okay. Mm. There are many people, okay, yeah, for many people in the many parts of the world believe that life has never seemingly been better. Yes, they live a longer and healthier life with the comfort of the air conditioning at home. But that air conditioning that many automobiles has destroyed our air. The many cars owned by the many people, the many buildings owned by a lot of people has taken a lot of space for us to breathe the air. Especially in the big city, you cannot see vacant spaces already anymore. You cannot say vacant spaces anymore because every spaces every spaces are occupied with tall buildings. So it hampers, it destroys the freshness of the air because no vacant spaces you can see in the big city. They are filled with buildings. Is that what you also discover? Oh, mama, nasunog. Okay, do you also observe that one in Vietnam that there is few vacant spaces anymore because yeah, look at this one. Taller buildings are constructed this time, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The 10-story building, the 5-story building, the 14-story building, yeah, this time. And look at the streets. Look at the streets. They are filled with the cars, with the vehicles. There are many tall buildings you can see anywhere and everywhere. The tendency is that people are now suffer from pollution, health problems, because you cannot smell the fresh air anymore because all vacant spaces are being occupied. Okay, so do you see that one also in Vietnam?
Yes.
Yes. So even here in the Philippines, there are a lot of contributors of the pollution, the air pollution, because yes, there are many cars, there are many engines are operating. Okay, so next meeting we will continue to discuss on issue 36. We will talk more about the quality of our lives. Yes, maybe we will discuss how can we have a quality of life to enjoy living with our family. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend with your family.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Goodbye and see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Goodbye, teacher.